All right, friends. It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if you can see me, and we are going to get this party started right. It should be open and good to go. I want to make sure I'm seeing some people populate the chat. We got one thumbs up so far. That's good. Let's see. Not seeing. Let's see if you can hear me and see me in the room. Let me know. All right, good. We got Jeff Rothschild says good to go. A couple thumbs up. Not seeing a whole lot of folks yet in the room, but we're going to get this party started right. Oh, wow. It's only saying there's 2. Oh, now there's 11 people here. Okay. More and more folks. Good. Kaneo. We've got Mike Moore, Stock Girl, David Card, Jeffrey Rothschild. All good. Anthony Dodds. What's up, Bruce? Douglas. Theta Gamma. Nothing but options, Greeks for your login, man. I appreciate that. Good stuff. Good to go. All right, great. We got a big night. Tonight's going to be big. Dare I might say tonight will be huge. It will be huge. We've got the markets ripping to all-time highs overnight. What better? What more could you want? Are you not entertained? But seriously, as we're waiting for more folks to come in, as always, I like to start off with something humorous, something amusing. As you guys know, this is our regular Ask Me Anything session, but tonight is a special night, my friends. We have a huge announcement, something that folks have been asking for quite a long time, and I've been working on for quite a long time. In fact, I couldn't have done it by myself. It did require me getting the help of people who are far more capable than me, right? Far more capable than me. And we put it together, and tonight you get to see it for the first time. You're in the right spot. Glad you're here. So here is just a humorous musing. I always like to do this when I'm talking about anything, just observances in the world. This past weekend, I went on a basketball trip with my boys, Jackson and Tyler, to Hoover, Alabama for an Under Armour tournament with them. As you guys know, I was a college basketball player, professional basketball player. My boys now all play basketball at various different levels. And, it's always fun to take them to go have a good time. We went to Top Golf in Birmingham. We went to, different places around the city. But can I just stop for a second and just talk about something? How many guys have ever been to Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's. Jonathan's got so many questions for me. All right, we're gonna handle that. Ask Me Anything. Don't you worry about it. I got a couple things to talk about. Y'all been to Buc-ee's before? Let me tell you. You know what? Here's the funny thing about business. Have you guys ever owned businesses, run a business, whatever? All right. Here's the thing: as I go into a Buc-ee's, I just observe. All right. When you run a business and run it well, you're gonna get a lot of customers. Like, that's all that is. Like, run a business, run it well. I'll use Chick-fil-A for an example. All right. Every time you go to Chick-fil-A and you say thank you, what do they say to you? Standard, guaranteed. No, you're going to get it. What do they say? What's the culture? Hey, thanks so much. 3 words. It's my pleasure. Anybody else experienced that? And what do you go? You know what you're going to get. You're going to get a delicious chicken sandwich. All right. Consistency, right? Culture, right? And take care of the customers. If you have consistency, good culture, take care. Consistently delicious chicken sandwich, consistently good culture. Hey, my pleasure, all good. I mean, honestly, have y'all ever been to some like some restaurants or some fast food joints where it feels, I swear on my life, I'm not going to name a name of a major, chain that has served billions and billions. But we went there the other day, and I almost never go to this place, but my son talked me into it after church because mom was gone. And we had a piece of chicken. He got pieces of chickens. I'm not going to, call it what it is, or else I'll give it away. And I swear on my life, I had a bite taken out of it. I swear. I'm like, never going back there again. Not to that location. Like, the person looked like they were doing me a favor, me ordering food from them. No, that's not the culture of Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. Right? Consistently good food. good culture, and they take care of the customers. You go to a Buc-ee's, you walk in, I'm like, of course this place is huge. Of course everybody loves this place because, right? I mean, again, what? Consistently delicious. Barbecue, delicious. Beef jerky, delicious. Right? I had never had pastries at a Buc-ee before. I had the pastry because my sons talked me into it. Clearly, I'm a sucker. Delicious, right? And good culture. I mean, the person behind the pastry counter was so kind, right? So kind. Yeah, the brisket, delicious. Clean restrooms. It's not that hard. All right. And then what do? Take care of the customers. And you're going to have repeat business. Like that's it. Right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat. Is there anything I've missed, right, to run a good business? Again, consistently do what you say you're going to do that people want. Number 2, good culture, right? Good culture, all your employees, all right? And then number 3, right, just take care of your customers. Yeah, and relatively good prices. Yeah, location helps state a game. You're not wrong, but I'm just saying, right? My boys are like, look at this place. This place is amazing. Of course, my boys got the double brisket sandwich. Now, here's the last thing I'll say before we get into trading. Here's a little tip for you guys. If you guys aren't dads yet or you're not parents yet, right? Here's a little tip, right? I didn't get a sandwich because I know my boys and they consistently have eyes that are bigger than their stomach. So the strategy is the dad is like, Dad, you're not going to get a sandwich? Nope. Why do you think I didn't get a sandwich? Well, my boys got sandwiches because I know them and they're going to eat half this sandwich and be like, oh, that was too much. I'm full. And then I'm going to get 2 of their half sandwiches. I'm going to eat that for my sandwich. Leftovers, you know. So yeah, that was a strategy. 2 big brisket sandwiches was enough to feed all 3 of us. I'm just going to wait until they tap out, say, I'm out. And then I eat what they don't eat, right? And then you got an 18-year-old boy that eats everything. I love that. they got one. That's right. And then I eat the rest of it. That's how it works. All right. Well, welcome. We're going to do about, here's what we're going to do. Should I do the big announcement first and not keep you guys in suspense? Or should I do the Ask Me Anything and then finish with the big announcement? If we do the Ask Me Anything, we're going to keep it to about 30 minutes so I can spend the last 20 going over the big announcement so I can show you. It's just yes. What should I do first? Let me know. You say no suspense. Let me know in the chat. What do you want? I mean, I remember Christmas, right? Where I was like waiting, like, come on, can I just get there? The big announcement. All right. You guys want the big announcement? Here is the big announcement. Okay. Here it is. Let me show it to you. All right. No suspense. You say, give it to me. Here it is. You guys ready for it? Here it is. Drum roll, please. Announcing for the first time ever, I'd like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to my new community, Grow with Ben. Grow with Ben. All right. This is a community that everyone that wants to learn to trade with me, but not just learn how to trade, how to grow yourself so that you can grow your account, right? Can come into your with welcome, open arms. I see my main man, Ethan Harms on here. I see, is Becca back? Bless you, Becca. Becca's here. Becca is a guide in this community, right? But if you go to join Grow with Ben, I'm going to drop this link in for all you guys and gals. Let me do this. Grow with. All right, here is the opt-in. Right. Let me copy this link. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. Actually, I'm not going to put it in the chat just yet. I'm going to show you what it is, why we're doing it, and what the benefit to you is. Now, the question all you guys are asking right now, how much is it going to cost? For free. All right. For free. Right. It's a place where not just on YouTube, not just on my random rooms here and there for the different strategies and services that we're doing, all in one place, everyone together, right? Bring it in. And this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to send you this link. You can click this. You can watch a video that is going to walk you through this, right? What it is, why it exists, what I'm doing it for, what the purpose is. Join the growth. Click that link. You can join, right? We're going to walk you through all this, learn a little more about me. All you got to do is put in your name, your phone, your email, all protected, right? And we're going to get you instant access to that. When you click on that, this is what it's going to look like, right? So the Grow with Ben community. Now we got a group up here. I've had a test group in here, trying it out, kicking the tires, making sure it's all good, right? We got discussion. So different ideas. This weekend I posted Live to Trade, these pictures of my son's basketball, Bucky's. I told you about Bucky's. Of course, we got to go to Top Golf because my kids like to swing a golf club and hit nothing. This is us flying there. These are our, this is, you know, announcements. So I'll be putting in random stuff. I'm going to be getting in here probably 3 times a week live on Mondays. I'm going to be walking you guys through the markets, some ideas I got. This was this past week. I went through NVIDIA and Amazon. I called out some ideas. I said, hey, if NVIDIA breaks 212, I'm watching for the move up to 245, 250. What happened today, friends? NVIDIA broke 212. Ching-a-ching-ching. All right. Now, this is not, in this version, going to be a place you're going to get a bunch of trade alerts. I got services for that. Some of you guys are part of that. Some of you aren't. If you want to, you can go check that out. I have links in here for that if that's what you want. But that's not what this is about. This is about Mondays. Get in here. Wednesdays, I'm going to give you a high-level overview. I do a midweek mentoring thing. It's like an hour. I'll give you guys a short breakdown of that. And then on Fridays, I'll do a market review because I just want to set the example about reviews. But there's alerts and trade ideas. Of course, mindset mastery, right? This is going to be a place where you can do it. And guess what? There's courses in this as well. Courses on going through the different mindset mastery, psychology, all that different stuff, right? That's in here for the courses. Let me go back here real quick. Okay, yeah, but there's courses. There's events. You want events coming up here? I got Ask Me Anything on the 27th. Boom. You want to know the other events coming up? They're here on your left. It's going to let you know what's going to happen. Also, right, what we want to make sure you do is, for the sake of the community, that you interact with each other. You got questions, you got discussion. You can put it in here, weekly reflections, right? Topics, so everybody else can contribute to everybody else. And get this is big. When you contribute, is this a web page? Yes. When you contribute, right, what's going to happen is you get points for contributing. And those points add up. If you are the leader, you get the gold medal for the month starting in May, and you're the leader, the interactor. I will have a free live personal session with you because I want people engaged. I'll drop the link. Don't you worry. It's coming, Ray. But if you are the most engaged in the community, I'm going to engage with you. What do you guys think about that? Right? I'll set up a free Zoom call where you and I can connect. I can hear your story. I can answer your direct questions, right? That is going to be something that you get for interacting in the community because I want to see interaction. All right? That's what I want to see. So that is that. And then we got different members over here about all that stuff. Back to discussion. Okay. Now, the big deal. The big deal. Here's the big deal. All right? Tools and links. Everybody and their mom is saying, Ben, oh, please help me. How do I set up my charts like your charts with your cloud, right? For the 8 EMA, 21 EMA, 34 EMA. How do I do that? Right? How do I set up, for example, your Thinkorswim trading account, right? Your dashboard to look like this. How do I do that? Right? Well, there is a way to do that. And guess what that way is? Anybody, have you guessed it yet? Right? Everyone and their mom is asking me, how in the world do I get access to set up the Thinkorswim like you set it up? Well, go into tools and links, how to set up your Thinkorswim, right? You click on this, boom, Ben standard charts, the ATR charts, right? There is another walkthrough here from Becca on how to set up Thinkorswim, right? Everything is in here. This is where you go. There's also tech education, okay? Right? All in here. This is where you check it out. So, but again, tools and links. Now, guys, this is the beta. This is the beginning. My question to you, will it get better? Yes or no? Will it get better? Yes, only if you give us feedback. Let us know how to make improvements, right? What could be better? What should we put where? How do we organize this? We don't know because it's not for us. It's for you, right? So this is, consider it, you join, consider it your community. Let's make it good. Let's make all the, all the feedback positive and constructive. It's not a place to come and like, start talking about politics or start talking about anything else. It's a place to come and grow together. All right. Come and grow together. So if you're not part of my services and you want to be a part of them, you can do that. You can go in here, you can find the different services we have and talk about that, right? You can, there's links in here for you guys, right? To where you can go into any one of these things, SPY Trading, Omen. Here's the links. If you're not part of that, you want to, you can. That's really cool. But like I said, there'll be announcements. I'll be pointing that out here and helping you. But that's it, friends. That is the deal. This is the Grow with Ben community that is created to serve you. So thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? You like it? Good? Oh, who's Kyle? I'll get there. Okay. You good? You're in? You like it? Okay. It's going to be good if you make it good. Interact. Let us know. All right. Number 2. Let me cover this. Number 2. All right. I want to let you know that there are 2 folks in here that you will interact with quite a bit. Number 1, and you already know her. She's wonderful. It's Becca. Becca's got a huge heart. She is a guide, right? Growth is a journey. You need guides. You might call me the leader because it's Grow with Ben. I get it. Becca will be one of the guides in here, helping you, answering questions, interacting, right? And she's wonderful. She's a trader, one of my students. And then there will be another person in here, and this is Kyle. I've known Kyle since he was a freshman in college when I used to serve on, and Kyle is a tremendous trader, all right? Very, very sharp guy, very capable. He's also a guide in here who will help answer your questions, who's going to interact with you. We got a male, we got a female, right? We got myself. And who knows, maybe one day you will be a guide. I don't know. I'd love to see you grow and change and become the trader you want to become, and then also become a guide to be able to help others do the same thing. So I just want to let you know, those are 2 of your guides that are going to be here to help you and interact with you. I'll be doing the same. But that's just a heads up. Okay. Now I've got one more announcement for y'all. Okay. One more announcement for y'all. This is really big. I'm excited about this. Okay. It's not for the Grow with Ben community. It's not for that. But if you are a part of any of my trading services, Omen, Earnings Edge, Options Income Trader, right? Any of those. Okay. I have created a tool to help you. And that tool, I have taken all of my content, all of my recordings, all of the information I put out there about any of those strategies, and I've created a chat bot for you. So you can come in and ask me questions through my chat bot so that you can get direct answers to your questions right away, right? All my services. I got one for the Master's Program, one for Omen, one for Predictive Price Fusion, one for Earnings Edge, one for Options Income Trader. So it is going to be a tool that is only accessible to the members of my services. And guess what? Guess who paid me to do that? Nobody. But it is a separate site, each chatbot by itself. If you're a member of that service, I'm going to send you the link in the room. Okay. I'm sending you the link in the room. Just so you know, okay? Just so you know. And then here's the second thing. Is that cool? Do you guys like that? Are you excited about that? I'm excited about it because all these questions are like, what about this? What about that? What do I do here? How do I do it? And I'm here to help. I'm happy to help. We got thousands of members. So how do I make sure I help those members more readily, be more available to help that out? Create a chat bot for each and every service to make sure you guys have what you need. Now, someone's saying, what about the Iris service? Friends, Iris ain't my service. I'm a lowly analyst in Iris. So no, I do not have that. If Tim wants that, we can create that. But I'm a lowly service, a servant in that service. Just a heads up. All right. So yes. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to point out here is courses. Let's go to courses. Let's see if courses will come up. All right. So as you'll see, some of these courses do cost money. They do cost money. Some of them do, because it took a while to produce them and some money to produce them. But that said, not a bait and switch, still free. You don't have to, right, watch those courses. And if you're already a paid member of some of my services and you want these courses, you let me know in the chat room of those services, and I will give you a discount code to get this for free. You got me? For free. You've already paid. There's nothing in these courses that has not already been said or taught in the services that I run. But, right, what we did is again, on the website for those services, it doesn't really let me create a course with quizzes. And yes, it's all the same lessons on the website, but it has been reconfigured into an actual learning management system to give you a quiz, to make sure you pass the quiz, and that I can acknowledge that you have learned what I have taught, and you can acknowledge that too. Did I get an A? Did I get a B? Did I fail it? Right? It's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to learn it, get quizzed on it, and make sure that you know it. Will there be more courses coming up here? Yes. Are there free courses? Yes, there are. You can watch those too. But you know me, I have a master's in teaching. I'm an educator. I love teaching. I love helping people learn. So there will be more courses I put up on here. But for right now, the ones that are bigger like this, they do cost something. But the other ones, not as much. They are free, but all of them have quizzes to make sure that you are learning what I got to teach you so that you can move on. Okay, great. Let's see what else. Oh, here's the last thing I want to say. All right. The last thing I want to say. Let's see, discussion. I want to bring this up, right? This is really the big why, right? The big why. Let me make sure I have. So you can put your member trading ideas in here. You can do that, right? You can put your member trading ideas in here. Watch list, what you watching. You got ideas, drop them in. You get points for that. Okay. And let's go to discussion. And I want to bring this up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I got to find it. This is important. Tools and links. Is it in there? Nope, it's not in there. Let's go to, it's not in announcements. Let's go to tech and ed. Is it in there? Not in there. Go to discussion. It's probably in discussion. Is it in discussion? Nope, not there. Excuse me for a second. I will. Oh, I know how I'm going to bring it up. Kyle made a post on this, but I am going to bring it up anyway. And give me a second, and I'm going to get in here. And I'll bring up, there's one thing I want to show you about the why. At the end of the day, it's about the why, right? Why are we doing this? Why is it important? And let me go back to get this, pull this out, and I will show you why it's important. Okay. This is what it's all about. This is what it is all about. See if I can bring it up in my chat. Do I have it? Did he send it to me? I don't know. I got to find it. Let's see if I can find it. You guys give me a second to find it. All right, I'm going to find it. Tools and links. That's not it. Announcements, not in there. Alerts and ideas. That's not in there. Mindset map. Maybe it's in here. Nope, not in there. Tech and ed. Kyle put it in here. Come on, Kyle. Where is it? Discussion. Where is it was so good. It was such a good. All right. Well, here's the gist of it, right? I'll do it next time we're together. Okay, next time we're together. Let's look at Kyle. Let's see what all he's posted. I'm sure it's in here with what he's posted. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Great. Okay. This is called communal discovery, right? Johari's window. Check this out. And then I'm going to ask me anything in the last half hour. Check this out. You're going to love this. Okay. This is a grid. This is why community exists. This is why we're doing it. You want to know the why? Why we're doing all this? Here's the why. There's obvious stuff, right? Obvious stuff that we all see. It's known by others and it's known by you. Then there's the blind spots that we have, unknown by self, but others see it. You guys got some of those people pointed out to you? Yeah? Okay. Yep. Let me move this up so you guys can see it. Okay. Then there's the stuff that is unknown by others, but known by self. That's like the hidden stuff inside of us that we don't want anybody else to see. Okay. And then this is the stuff that is unknown by self and unknown by others. And that is what we are seeking to get to. Now, the obvious stuff, right? This is feedback and critique, okay, where it is known by others, unknown to us, and people give us this feedback and critique. Okay, then there's this stuff that is known by us, unknown to others. That's us disclosing it. That's also what community is all about, right? Going back down, self-disclosure to others. That's why I hope this community is. It's vulnerable, talking to people, okay? Then there's this stuff that is unknown by others, known by self, right? And we are discovering it. We're going from what we know to what we don't know. This is the journey of self-discovery. But this is shared discovery, where others can point it out to us, or we can learn it ourselves. Does this make sense? This is the journey we're on together. Shared discovery, so we can get down here to the awesomeness quadrant. This is at the core of what Grow with Ben is all about. I'm discovering new stuff every day, right? You guys hopefully are discovering new stuff every day, right? That's the quadrant, the lower right that we're trying to get to, where we want to get into the awesome zone, where we are self-disclosing, we're getting feedback, we're just learning more about ourselves, but we're doing it together. And when we can go down into the right here into the awesome zone, that's all it's all about. Does that make sense before I stop this and go into the Ask Me Anything? That's right, helping and guiding each other. Guys, this only happens in community because why? There's certain blind spots we have. It takes others to point it out. It takes others to give us feedback while we are on a journey of self-discovery, right? While we're on a journey of self-discovery. That's what it's all about, okay? That's what the community is all about. That's why I did this. Not just a convenient place to put all my stuff so that everybody can get together, but I really want to do it together because all of my growth has happened with others. And if I can be a part of your growth, I'd be excited about that. Becca's here to help. Kyle's here to help. And I got to give a big shout out. My main man, Brian ACNP. Brian helped us put together all the courses. If you see Brian in the chat, you make sure you give Brian a big attaboy because he is the man, the myth, and the legend. Brian helped us put these courses together. I love that man with the passion of 1,000 suns because of his giving, generous heart and his educator's brain. So thank you, Brian ACMP. Big shout out to you. Big thanks to you for making this happen. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, friends, it is time to dive into the last half hour of our session together. Ask Me Anything. One last reminder is this. I'm going to drop this link. The time is nigh for you to sign up, right? For you to become a part of this. So let me do that. Let me drop the link for you guys. Grow with. I almost forgot. That's the most important part. All right. Here it is. Here it is. Let me pin it to the top. Here is the link to sign up for the Grow with Ben community. Let me put that in there. Let's try again. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's small. Let's see if I can make that bigger and make it an actual link. You guys got it? Here is you just go to join.growwithben.com, opt in. That's the link. It keeps like making the link dark. I don't know why. Can you guys copy and paste that? Does the link work if you click on it? I don't know why it's, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It says there's an error for some reason. Okay. Won the basketball natty. Don't even get started with me, Ethan Harms. Ethan Harms is my guy. He's my guy. All right. Do not see the link. Let me put the link up here for you guys. Put it big and bold and bright so you guys can copy it if you need to. Let me go to my Epic Pen. Okay. Here's the link. Let me put the link in. That's the link. Should be on your page. Should be right there. join.growwithben.com/opt-in. I did try to post it here in chat, and for some reason it's not letting me. So I don't know why. I don't know why it's not letting me. Maybe Becca can post it in the chat and others can see it. I don't know. Here, I'll try it again. join.growwithben.com/opt-in. And then it makes it dark. I don't know why it does that. Here, I'm going to try it again. Man, the chat is not loving me. I ran out of power. Maybe. Let's try this. See if this works. I think every time I post it. Anyway, it's up on the screen. Copy it down. Write it down. If you turn the YouTube comments on. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Give me an error every time I try and post it. So it's on the screen here. Yeah, it's there. You guys got it? Let me know if you got it right here. Here it is. It's on the screen. Make sure you got it. Make sure everybody's got it before we move on to Ask Me Anything. I can see it. Becca, if anybody else can figure out how to post this, be my guest, because I don't know. I'll tell you what, when I send you guys the notes for today, the notes for tonight's Ask Me Anything session, I will make sure the link is in there, and I'll make sure it's posted. Cool. Yep, it's not letting you do it. Anyway, it's there. It's on the screen. I think YouTube doesn't want people to click away from this at all. I think that's why. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try, see if I can trick them. I'm gonna put spaces in. Let's see if that helps. Nope. Oh, take a screenshot. That's a good idea. Let's try that. I like that idea. Yep. We're going to try that. We're going to post that. Good idea. See, that's why the community is what it is, right? Smarter people than me. Nope, not let me post it. Sorry. Even a screenshot. Nope. Ooh, but no, and it won't let me post the link to the screenshot. Okay. Well, anyway, hopefully by now you guys got it. I don't want to take up any more time from the business at hand to Ask Me Anything. Yep. Just take a snap. I tried to take a snapshot. Wouldn't let me do it. Wouldn't let me post it. Right. That's the limitations of YouTube. That's why we're going over here instead. Guess what? I can do these live things here instead. Have all the freedom. All the freedom. Good. Nope, not let me post motions. Nope, won't let me do it. Engage with your audience, start a poll. Nope. See, all right. Enough of that. Y'all should have it by now. And you guys can do your thing. Now, let's get after it, my friends. Let's talk about the last half hour together. Let's do the Ask Me Anything. As you guys know, I like to bring up and answer questions you guys might have. This is from Iris. We're going to do a new one. We're going to do the YouTube live Ask Me Anything notes. You guys can drop your questions in the chat. I'm going to, if they are ridiculous, like what's my pants size, I'm not going to answer it. But if you got something good that I think can be helpful for the community, then I will answer it, because I think everyone should be able to do that, right? So, all right, let's see. And how do you scale your options positions in terms of how much do you scale out? Okay, that's a good one. Megan, I'll put that in. Copy, let's put that one in. Scale the option positions. Good. Okay. Top-down process starts with identifying the hot index via the heat map sector. Then you pull up ETF sector and line up. For the most part, Jonathan, yeah. You followed my process this morning on CRM, but I had no idea what lined up meant for me to do at the point. Can you expand? Yeah. All right. CRM trade idea from this morning. Okay. All right. You don't have to take. Okay. Do you prefer the long or the short entry? Okay, good one. Link doesn't work. Should work. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I wonder if you just put in growwithben.com, will that work? Let me try that. Join.growwithben.com. Join.growwithben.com. Nope. I have to put an opt-in. Yep, that worked. Okay, good. All right. When I put an order for an option, it takes longer than order for regular shares. Why is that? Maybe depending on your broker. All right, put that in there. Okay. Let's see what other questions you got. 3 times a week, Larry. I'm gonna go back up, see if I can get some more questions. Okay, scale, I got that. Top down, let's see are there any other questions I missed? Okay, all right. I see you on that, Jonathan. I'll address that one. Oh, you want to learn about the TTM squeeze? Okay, I can do that. Jonathan's the one who's put in all the questions. Paul, I'm not sure what your question is. We're getting them together, though. It's a good one. From GA, I'll put that in there. Okay, good. Let's go maybe one more. I've already got that question in there, Shane. I'll address that. How do I create a watch list to prepare for the pre-market? I can talk to you about that. All right. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. We got 7 questions in a half hour. Thomas saying my mom or my mom's. Oh, this is a great question. Actually, I'm gonna put this in here too. We'll save this one for last. Okay, let's go through these. All right. I'm gonna answer it short. What do I prefer? Am I a long or am I a short trader? Well, Here's what I would say. Generally, I like to be on the long side, right? And I'm actually going to try something here. Generally, I like to be on the long side. Why do I like to generally be on the long side? Because in general, since I've been alive, 1981, in general, has the market gone up or gone down? Anybody? In general? Has the market gone up or gone down? Since I've been alive, 1981. Up. Right? Up. So I generally like to be a long trader. Okay? Generally. That's it. I generally like to be a long trader. Right? Since I've been alive, it's gone up over the long term. So I generally like to be a long trader. But, right, I also trade the market that is, not the market I want. So if the market has a negative market, should say not negative, bearish market structure, I look to the downside. Why? Because I don't like to fight the trend. And so what does a market structure mean, right? So bullish market structure is the 8 EMA over the 21 EMA over the 34 EMA. Bearish market structure is the 34 EMA over the 21 EMA over the 8 EMA. And that is why I have the cloud that I have, because when you look at the market, here's the SPY, when it's got blues and greens, right? It's spring, it's summer, it's gorgeous. When that turns, like here on the daily chart, from, during the crisis about Iran, right? What happened? Came back up 21, kissed it, 21, kissed it, 8, kissed it, 8, kissed it, drop. But then once it changes and it goes from red and yellow to green and blue, the market structure changes, and I don't fight the tide. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Okay. All right. TTM squeeze indicator. I learned this years ago when a mentor gave me a book about John Carter. Okay. And I think it was Mastering the Trade. I think that's what it was. Right? Good book. Good book. Long book. Long, super long. If you're not ready for it. All right. But this indicator is a combo of histogram with price and volatility. Histogram, so momentum. It's a momentum indicator. Also with the Bollinger Bands, right? Which Bollinger Bands tell us what? Anybody know what Bollinger Bands tell us? Volatility. And as well as Keltner channels, which tell us ATR or price, compression, or I should say price movement. I should say price movement strength, right? So what he does is he looks for this spot where you see, he consider John like a chef, and he took this indicator, put with this indicator and that indicator, and he made a nice soup of an indicator that helps you understand how to, find names that are going through a consolidation before the next big move. Pretty good. I liked it. And he's updated the squeeze. That's good to know. But yeah, that's what that is. All right. Let me go back and see CRM trade from this morning. All right. Let's see this for a second. The CRM trade from this morning was, let's see here, I did not call out a CRM trade this morning. So can't really address that one. There wasn't a CRM trade. Maybe Ethan was talking about it. I wasn't talking about CRM this morning. I'm looking at Omen. I don't see a CRM trade. I don't see a CRM trade. So can't help you. All right. But that said, if we're going to look at CRM, I like it down here for a break above probably 185 for a change in market structure for a backup. After the SaaS apocalypse, right? I think CRM has got more life in it. I do. I like it. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put this back up here. None this morning, but I do like it long term if it can get above 185. Okay. All right. A couple of ones I want to get to. When I put an order in, it takes longer than orders for regular shares. All right. If you experience this, it could be your broker. But if you want the order to fill ASAP, just buy a market order. So again, let's say I wanted to trade, let me see. Let's say I want to trade, let me go to this one. Let me go here. Here in my small account, here is a position I got on, where's it at? Yeah, on Amazon. Bigger position I got on Amazon here. Okay. And if I wanted to get out of this one right here and just sell, okay, I just go sell market, click, boom, just sells it at the market just to get me out. All right. If you want to buy market, just click, boom, buy market, buy the market, gets out, right? That'll be the quickest way to do it. Just put a market order, right? And I'd say in Thinkorswim, just click buy market or sell market, and that should be the fastest possible. Okay, good. All right. Could be liquidity. Could be. Yep. That's another thing, right? If there aren't many sellers, it will take longer to fill, right? And just a heads up on this one, if the spread, that's a price between buy and ask, is wide, you will sell at worst price for if you do the market order. Okay. All right. So let me highlight each one of these just so we know this was a question. All right. That's a question. Answered that. That's a question. We answered that. CRM trade question. Answered that. I want to make sure I the ones I've handled. Okay. When you enter trade, let's do this one. When you enter a trade or your stop loss, do you enter as soon as it hits your entry, or do you wait for confirmation? And if so, how long? And on stop losses too. Okay, so right for buys, right? Buys for entries, I usually have my limit order waiting or auto order sitting at the price I want in the stock to buy the option, right? For sells, right? Now keep in mind, sells at the target, again, same deal. I usually have my limit order, right? My limit order waiting to take me out, right? So let's say I get out at 20%, 40%, 100%. If I get into $1, I got my stops sitting at 120, 140, $2. They're sitting there, okay? Sitting there. But if it is a stop loss sell, right? Meaning I got in the trade and set my stop at negative 20%, right? Then I usually don't have an order sitting there waiting to be filled to stop me out, but rather I have an alert for when price hits that. And here's why. Here's why. If you have an order sitting there waiting to stop you out, then the big dogs can see those orders and they can do liquidity sweeps to go down, take out all those orders, and then rip the price back higher. And I don't want to participate in that. And so when I get this alert, I usually try to wait for either 2 closes below that level to get out because I'm waiting for confirmation, or I give it 5% wiggle room. So if it shoots lower, below the 25% stop, then I will consider taking it off there if the market conditions dictate that. As in a massive across the market drop. Like if everything's dropping, I'm not sitting there and be like, do I get 2? Okay, what does 2 closes mean? 2 closes. Let me talk about that. 2 closes, right? If I'm trading a 5-minute chart, I wait for 2 5-minute candles to close below that level to complete if both are below that target, then I try to get out. That's the confirmation. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, good. So let's see. All right, good. We answered that one. We got about maybe 15 minutes left. How do I create a watch list and prepare for the day pre-market? A good question, right? Let's do this. 2 ways to do this. Couple ways to do this. One is I review the smart data, I should say the Omen scanner. That is smart data options from the night before. And I pick out some of the best names on there that have a matching chart that looks like it wants to move in the same direction as that order. You guys know that in Omen in the morning, okay? Number two, right? I review the names that are strong pre-market, and I try to create a trade plan assuming that strength or weakness will continue. And I'll give you a website for this. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yep, here it is. You can go to this website, right? And here it is. This morning, we saw a couple names that were strong. MU was strong this morning. I liked it. Got some more on a pullback about the 515 mark for the 550 calls for May. I think that's what it came. I mean, it was 517. Qualcomm was strong. Piton was strong. And I can look at these names and say, hey, do I think they're going to continue? That's another thing. But also, right, final way is I have a running watch list of names that are in strong sector, that are in a strong trend. And then I check to see if pre-market they are at or near potential pullback buy levels. That's another way you can do it. That's another way you can do it. Okay. I'm going to say this one to the end about my mom's account for longer term share positions. And then I'm going to handle this one, I think. How do you scale out of your options position in terms of this? Okay. All right. Let me make that big. Okay, let's assume for easy math, I have 10 contracts. I try to take off 3 at 20%. Stops to break even. I try to take off 3 at 40%, and then stops to break even or previous exit. And then I try to let the remaining 4, which would in this case would be 40%, run to 100, right? If I get that, I will oftentimes take off 2 more at 100 and let the rest run. Now, that said, I tend to have bigger positions. So 10 might be small for me, right? Let's say I have 30 contracts on. I try and do the same math. I might take off, 8, and then let the rest run and try and like segment them out, right? Really, for me, I should say on this one, really for me, it depends on the strength of the chart. Meaning, did it ever close below the 8 EMA? If it's just strong momentum, right, I'm going to stay in. Also, remember this. If it's doing nothing wrong, right, meaning breaking the 8 EMA or the 21, I like to stay long. And hey, if I bought myself time on the options, I'm going to give it time to just keep on doing its thing, right? Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. All right, last thing I got for you guys here, because it's now 9 o'clock and I go pick up my son here in a second from theater. Okay, this is a very important question. Very, very important. Very important. Okay, because this is something I want to talk about. All right. trading is a skill set that you can learn to create income, I should say, to make money, right? Now, just full disclosure, I'll post them, John. Full disclosure, can you lose money in trading? Absolutely, right? All the same things like past results don't indicate future potential, right? But like in the same way basketball is a skill set and I can make money from basketball. Think about your typical NBA or NFL player. They go to 2 years, 3 years, making all this money. What is the most important thing for them to do during their career? Most important. To invest. Yes. Yep. Right? Just like basketball. So if you are an NBA or NFL player making money, it's important while you're playing to invest that money for the long term. My thoughts on trading is that it keeps me on top of the market. To watch for entries on long-term positions in shares. And if/when I can make money trading in the shorter term, I then like to take much of that money and put it aside. We call this dry powder, right? Or to put it into longer term holdings of companies that I like and use, right? So I believe in them. We started this whole session off, right? By talking about companies that you like and you use because they're good companies, right? Number two, you understand how they make money, right? And you believe in them. Which is a thesis, right? Or want to be part of that company. That's a shareholder. Okay, so I got several of these companies, right? So for example, with me, back in 2012, I bought Amazon because I saw what they were doing with diapers. My second son had just been born. I'd much rather prefer to have cheap diapers delivered to my front door than expensive diapers I got to drive to the store and buy at midnight. And so the minute they started delivering diapers to my front door for cheap, I was like, I like it. I use it. I understand how it makes money. And I want to be part of what they're doing. All right. And so for me, I'm just going to buy that sucker and run it. And now I see what Amazon has done with Amazon Web Services. I've seen what they've done on so many different levels. Now they're building data centers. And so for me, right, what this does is builds a foundation for me as a trader, right? I know that even if I do well or poorly in trading, I have these portfolios of positions, so I never feel the crunch of having to trade if the market isn't the market that I like to trade. Does that make sense? The crunch, right? And if I can just keep doing well in trading and putting that aside and building that base, that portfolio, right? Taking this and investing in that. And then I say, hey, even if I have a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, then what I know I got is that base. And then I get to trade from plenty rather than from want. Because if I'm trading from want, then it can force me to do some things I otherwise would not do. That is an important mental aspect of trading. Does that make sense? So do you do your mother's account? She's not I'm certainly not trading your mom's account. Your mother's account updates or longer term share positions. All right, this is the question. The answer to this is no. I don't do that. But I know somebody who does. And if that's something that you guys want, right? It's someone who I've worked with, who I've trained, and who is quite good at this. In fact, their portfolio, I think, is averaging something like mid-20s annually. If that's something that is interesting to you, go into Grow with Ben, ask for access to that, and I can make sure that I get you guys access to that person, what they do. Why I don't do this is because I'm not a financial advisor. I am not, I trade. That's what I do. Now, do I take long-term positions? Yes. Do I talk about that from time to time? Yes. Is that something that I would advise you guys on? I'm going to put a gap between me and that, and I'm going to hand that off to somebody else because I want to be able to focus on one thing. But that said, I do think about these things. I do talk to this person about this. And heck, I'm an advisor for an RIA locally. And me and this RIA, we talk about different long-term positions and ideas and stuff like that. And so, yeah, something I think about all the time. I do it for my mom. I do it for family. But if you guys want that, if you want access to something like that, well, let me just stop and ask you guys this question. Would you guys be interested in something like that? If I could get you access to someone who does that and does that well, and you can track with them, and they've done quite well with this. I'm a big believer in them and what they do. If you have, and that's what you want, let me know and growwithben.com, and I will connect you to them. Hit me up with a message or put it in there, and I'll make sure to connect you. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it is 9:08, and I got to run to go. Is it Charles Payne? It is not Charles Payne. No, I have found actually, and I'm not trying to hate on Charles Payne, the vast majority of people that are on like network television aren't actually real traders because that's not what they get paid mostly to do. They get paid mostly to comment on trading or investing, but not actually trade. Some of them are, most of them aren't. All right, I gotta go get my son. I hope this was a helpful session to you all. Let me drop the notes here so you guys have it. Cool. I'm going to give you guys notes here. Let's see if it lets me put it in. Nope, won't let me put it in. So I guess I can't drop the notes to you. They won't let me. But I tell you what, if you go to the Grow with Ben community, I'm going to go in there right now. I'm going to put in the link. Under discussion. And you'll have them there. Okay. You'll have them there. Where is it? Under discussion. Yep. There we go. What's on your mind? Okay. Here's the notes. Here are the notes from the Ask Me Anything session on 27/26. And there you go. All right. Publish. In discussion. There it is. Now you guys got it. You got to go in there. And you sign up. You'll get it there because, hey, YouTube won't let me post it. So I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I got to fix something. I don't know. But anyway, good to be with you guys. If you guys want to know the next sessions that are coming up, you can always go into the calendar and find that. And let's see. We have the calendar. Where is the calendar? Events. There it is. There's the calendar. Next Grow with Ben is on the 27th. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. 8 o'clock p.m. And I'll be doing some other stuff in the room itself. Remember, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll get in there and I'll talk about that. So yeah, I'll work on the permissions, Howard Martin. I appreciate you. All right, friends, be good. Be good to others. Look forward to those that come to the community. Sign up, engage, talk, get prizes. And for the most engaged person, the 27th. So sorry, that's next month. Here we go. On the 11th, May 11th is the next time I will be live with you guys, May 11th on a Monday night. All right. How to get contact with that friend of yours who invests? Nancy, Grady, go into the community, ask me that, and I will send you a link to get connected to them. Yes, I'll send you a link to get you connected to them. Yep. You got to ask me in the community. Okay, cool. Friends, always good to be with you. Excited. Remember, we got the community you can join. If you're part of my services, then what happens is you'll get access to the AI chatbots to walk you through those strategies. We got guides in the community for you guys. We're here to help you grow so we can grow together as a community. Friends, bless you. To all of you, thank you for coming. And next one will be on May 11th. I look forward to seeing you there and or in the community. You're in the community, but you don't see the notes. Well, they should be there. We'll verify. Let's go back. Let's go back to discussion. Discussion should be right there in the community. We got, okay, look, we got comments. Javier's already in there. He can see it. All right, there you go. All right, friends, I'm out. Got to go get my son. I'm already late. Be good. Be good to others. We look forward to seeing you guys soon and or in the community. Get in there. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See ya.